Good to be back.
It is. It is really good to be back in a bit of routine and back in Perth, which is nice.
Tell us about the US, where you went and what you achieved. What you doing.
Yeah, it was a great trip. A few different places. Went to kind of the UFC to start. Did a bit of training there at their Performance Institute, which was really cool. Had a few of us over there and learned a lot about ourselves as athletes. And yeah, it was pretty tough week, pretty tough testing and stuff, which is cool. And then yeah, we went through a few different sporting organisations and just tried to learn what we could about environments, cultures, and a bit of leadership, which is cool.
Be specific on those other places you went to.
Yeah, we're in New Orleans, so I went to the Saints, the Pelicans, spent a bit of time at LSU, and then was in Dallas, so I went through the Cowboys, the Mavericks, and Texas Rangers, just off a World Series win, so that was pretty cool, and then we finished at the Spurs. So those are kind of the main teams we went through, and they all offered something different, and it was something we can take out of all of them, that's for sure.
Which one did you sort of fan out while you were doing?
The Spurs was pretty cool. Love their environment. You've followed it as people for a long time in terms of their success and sustained success as a organisation under their leaders that they've had, and I guess seeing Big Victor there was pretty impressive. How big he was, so that was cool. No, we didn't. We spent some time with Matty Nielsen, who's a Perth boy as well, and he spent some time with the Dockers last year. Came through our facility and spent some time with us, so returned the favour, which was good.
From a messaging point of view, what can you take from what the Spurs tell their guys that you guys can do?
They're a very humble and hardworking place. That's the simplest thing that I took from the Spurs. They do a lot of things right. They don't do many things wrong, but on the simplest and most shallow form, they're hardworking and they're humble. Every interaction we had with every staff member, player, everything, they were extremely generous with their time and expertise. So something like that is something simple that you don't need to dig too deep, but you kind of understand why they've been such a successful organisation for such a long time. Yeah, probably just a couple of things.
Caleb, has there been any lessons you learned from last season that you're looking to improve on this one?
Yeah, plenty. You always take plenty of lessons out, and we're trying to implement a few of those already from a football point of view and a culture point of view around the group. But for me, I'm looking to get better again, and for me, it doesn't really kind of stray too far away from the contest and my physicality, and that's something that I really narrowed in on last year. And there's a few other things around that in terms of execution under pressure that I'm really keen to explore and push some boundaries with. But in terms of the team, we're just really looking forward to getting closer as a group, having really strong connections, both on and off the field, and we feel like that's going to transfer into on-field, success.
Has there been much discussion about how Nat Fyfe will fit into the midfield mix with you and Brayshaw?
Nah, there hasn't been many conversations yet. Those boys haven't been back yet. I got back from a flight on Tuesday arvo and straight into training on Wednesday and then straight down here. So haven't really had any specific conversations, but we're really looking forward to getting Fyfe back to his best. We got no doubt that he can, and we've got full confidence in him as a player and as a person. So can't wait to see him get back in a week and a half and get to work.
Is there anything in particular you're looking to get out of your visit in the Great Southern?
Yeah, we love seeing our Freo fans wherever we go. So down here, we were at Sportsman's Night last night and seeing the passion and the love that those Freo fans have for us. I know for me that's motivating, and seeing the reach that we have as players and as a club. So that's really exciting. And then training tomorrow, always, every time we train, try and get as much out of as we can. So that'll be great to see as many fans there as we can and have a bit of a signing session after and really mingle and be with the fans of down here, because we know that a fair few of them travel up, but some of them don't have that opportunity. So any chance we can, get in the community is really exciting.
Do you have any personal goals that try and help you get through the preseason?
For me, it's consistency and routines, and I'll have different focuses for different training sessions, but I try and keep it really simple. That's something that I felt like helped me last year to stay level and continue to improve session on session was my ability to focus on the contest and the physicality, and that's something, like I said, that's where my game starts and finishes, and to have those simple focuses each training session, it allows you just to bank those sessions one after another and have real purpose with those sessions. So for me, it's not thinking 2 weeks ahead or 3 weeks ahead or when the practice matches start. It's Saturday session, tomorrow morning session, and what I can get out of that one, and then move on from there after that.
Obviously, it's still early days, but have you had any discussions yet about, leadership of the side, going forward? Is there potential that you could take on even more of a leadership role going into this season, or not really?
There hasn't been no real conversations as yet. As I said, the older boys haven't been back yet, and we spent a bit of time together over in the States with Alex and Youngie and JL and Sean Darcy as well. And we felt like we got a lot out of that from a leadership point of view and just really getting closer as a group. And that's going to help with some tough conversations with the coaches, with the players, stuff like that. That's part of the connection from the group in general, being able to have those tough conversations and being able to challenge each other, but understand that care and connection's there. And that was something that I really benefited from over in the States. But I've got full belief in Alex and what he does. I said last night at the Sportsman's Night that I guess the public and the outside only see a very small part of what he does as captain, but inside the four walls, he's a great leader, and we have a really good leadership group at the moment that I guess all take on their bit, and I'm just a part of that, and the group is really excited about what we can achieve going forward.
You mentioned last year that when things went wrong, Justin said there was a bit of internalisation within players, like rather than talking, they sort of went back inside themselves. Do you feel that America trip has helped you to realise better ways to communicate when things go right?
Yeah, potentially. It's definitely a thing that we're focusing on, that's for sure. And we feel like like I said, the connection, not just on field but off field, is going to really help that, because it'll allow guys to come out of their shell and be more confident and I guess back themselves to have those conversations. But the other part is understanding what we want to achieve and the way we want to play, and being able to, I guess, have that education around that so guys know what they need to communicate out in the field. So being a young group, we need to fast track that as quick as you can and get guys up to speed and understanding what we want to do. And we feel like we're at a stage now where we can really hit this pre-season and really have that as a focus, and not using it as an excuse anymore about being young in terms of communication, internalising and going off task, because it's not just yourself that you're focusing on when you're communicating, it's helping your teammate beside you and the rest of the team. So that's going to be a big focus in the pre-season to work on that and get that really consistent.
Your players are ready to give it and just as ready to receive it, because it's not easy on either end. Being the person to say it to someone more senior and accept it.
Yeah, no doubt. That's something that's probably played a part in it at times with how young we are and not wanting to, I guess, step on toes or kind of rub guys up the wrong way. But like I said, when you got that care and connection, I feel like you can have those conversations and it's okay. We know that we're all working for the same thing. It's to win a premiership, and if we're all pushing that same direction, those conversations are easy to have because we all know the reason for them and the intention of them. So I feel like there's been a lot of talk about guys really want to do that and push that space, and there's going to be times where we get it wrong. There's going to be times where there's arguments or whatever, but that's the nature of the beast, and that's the way that football clubs and high-performing clubs and highly successful clubs run. You challenge each other, and we feel like we're ready to do it.
You mentioned Sean Darcy. Did you spend any part of your trip getting in his ear about signing this contract extension?
After a couple of beers every now and then, we'd get stuck into him, but he's going well. He was spending a fair bit of time getting his ankle right over, I guess, once the season finishes in the off season, and he's in a really good space now to come back and attack training when he gets back, which is really good. And I'm looking forward to hopefully him re-signing. It'd be great, but I think he's focusing, similar to what I said before, one session at a time, banking those sessions, and playing some really good footy.
There's a lot of interstate core group of players now who are signed on for long term. We've heard from the club leaders about players who have chosen to leave the club. What about as a leadership member of the playing group? How do you reflect on players making that decision, like Lucky Schultz more recently?
Yeah, it's really disappointing in terms of losing players of that caliber and people of that caliber. And Lockie, I'd sent him a text the other day, and I'd just said that I'm really happy for him in terms of I want him to succeed and do what's best for him. But he epitomises what it is to be a Freo player, and his passion that he plays with, and he's helped set the foundations for us going forward as well. And I was really appreciative for that. But he's someone that, you kind of don't want to lose players like that, but we understand that there's a lot of different things that go into it, and it's not just always a simple, that's the reason why, and that's the same with any of the players that have decided to leave over the last couple of years. It hasn't been the same reason for all of them. And we know as a football club, we've got so much confidence in the players that are here, and that's all we're focused on, who's in their four walls right now and who we can work towards to win that first premiership. So the guys that have left, we'll still be mates with them and all that stuff, but all we're focused on from a football point of view is who we have here now, and I'm really excited who we do have. And like you said, there's a lot of guys locked in. There's a lot of guys that are really committed to this football club and want to see it succeed. So that passion's there, that love's there for the footy club, so really excited.
Caleb
You've got
Dussy.
You've got some prime time slot this season. Does that excite the team?
Yeah, definitely. It's Friday night games are pretty cool under lights, and we know Optus is a pretty cool place to play, especially under lights. Saturday, Friday night, we're excited. Some big games, and that's something that the club is really going to embrace, and I can't wait to see the fans get excited for those games.
Darcy Cameron's in Albany with the Premiership Cup today. Does it feel a little bit like the opponents on your turf?
I think he grew up down here, didn't he? So I'm not sure, but yeah, one of the boys said that the other day that the cup was going to be down here. So that's a bit flattening, but nah, it's all right. They've won it now, so they can celebrate however they like.
Luke Jackson's a pretty recent addition. How's it been having him on the side?
Yeah, really good. He's off field. He's a character, and he brings a lot to the group from a social fun point of view. But on the field, yeah, he's incredible, and he's only scratching the surface on what he can achieve. And I'm not sure he even realises what he can achieve yet. And it's our job to help him, I guess, realise that and see that and fast track that, because he's just as excited as anyone else about what this group can achieve. And he's won a premiership. He knows what it takes. So we're kind of picking his brain a little bit as well, and trying to get us there as quick as we can. But yeah, he's really exciting. He's come back in good nick, so it's going to be exciting what he can do.
Is there anything that you and the team are going to try to do differently to try and deliver on expectations?
In terms of, I guess, the mental side of it, we're just going to embrace everything and understand that our goal is to win. Our goal is to win premierships and have sustained success, and embrace the fact that we're young, and that's no reason to put a ceiling on us. That's exciting. Like we're a young group that's got a lot of energy. We're really fit. We're exciting, so let's embrace that and use that as an advantage. So that's our mindset, and our mindset from day to day. Like I said, it's the same as a group. What we can get out of each session, each gym session, each meeting, and really keep it focused and orientated. And then we feel like once we get to round one, the rest is going to look after itself. So we're focused on the moment at the moment, and in terms of the on-field stuff, that the coach is going to focus on that. And at the moment, we're just trying to, I guess, embed a few skills and stuff like that in the way we want to play. I guess the base level stuff. Once the older boys come back, we'll really get into the nitty gritty of it.
Is there anything different this pre-season to previous years that you guys are doing?
Not really. I think we've set some really good bases for ourselves over the last few years in the pre-season, and I'll stand by this. That our pre-season last year was elite. Like the amount of kilometres and high-speed quality kilometres we clocked in pre-season, the amount of guys that banked session after session and weren't injured, set us up really well to succeed last year. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, whether it was the mental side of the game, whether it was expectation, everything plays a part. But that part of the game, I feel like we've really done well in terms of setting these young guys up to succeed and get some really good foundations under them. So I don't think we need to change too much from a pre-season point of view, but it's just, like I said, the purpose side of it, how we can get the most out of absolutely every session, every drill, and be really efficient with that, and understand how's this going to make us better, and ask that question. And then from there, I feel like we'll get the most out of everything and improve it as quick as we can.
Obviously, you only got back a few days ago. How's the jet lag?
A little bit tired, but it's all right. It's actually really energised me getting back in on Wednesday. I Tuesday afternoon got in, had a good sleep, but Wednesday morning getting in training, I was had a bit of FOMO on Monday. Not so much seeing the boys run, but seeing the boys in and having fun, and seeing the smile on everyone's face and how excited everyone is. It really motivates me and inspires me to get back and really work hard. So I'm happy to be back. It's getting good sleeps, that's for sure, but during the day I'm good.
This group, 1st to 4 year players, I know, have only just been back at training, like say, a few days, but is there a couple of guys in that you're expecting to really push up and try and get into that best 22 side?
Yeah, definitely. We've got guys that are already there and really want to improve and stamp themselves in the competition, like your Jai Amos's and your Luke Jacksons that are ready to explode. But the guys that you're kind of talking about that have come back in really good nick are your Neil Erasmus's, your Matthew Johnson's, the midfielders. Those boys have worked really hard over the break, really done some, I guess, self-discovery about their own game and come back in really good nick. But the other guys like Nathan O'Driscoll ran really well on Monday. He's someone that has played some really good AFL footy in the past, but has probably last year struggled a little bit of consistency. But we've got full faith that he can, I guess, embed a wing role and wing position. But to be honest, everyone's come back in really good nick and ready to attack the preseason. It's just going to be who takes those opportunities and who, I guess, makes the most of the ability to improve over the next couple of months, because it's still a long way to round one and there's a lot of water going under the bridge. But we're really, from a coaching and a leadership point of view, we're really happy with how everyone came back.
And is there any young midfielders in that group that have probably leaned on you a little bit for your experience? I know you're still young, but obviously you play a fair bit of footy and you're the reigning best and fairest winner. So is there some guys in that group that have come to you and talked to you in that off season and try and learn some of your ways?
Yeah, I think we've created an environment where we're all happy to help each other and we ask questions. And someone that I've kind of worked pretty close with over the off seasons, Neil Erasmus, and we've done some running work together and some technique stuff, and then we're at the UFC together as well. So we've had plenty of chats, and he's someone that I'm really excited about where he can get to, and not just next year but over his career. He's really hungry to get better, really determined, works his backside off, one of the hardest, if not the hardest worker at the club. So so for me, training with someone like that really motivates me, because I know that if I don't work that hard, he's coming for that spot, and and the other guys are doing the same thing. So that kind of stuff really motivates everyone around the group, and we love having that challenge. But yeah, he's one I'm really excited about.
And just final one from me. Obviously, being in the Great Southern's great. Always good to get down to a regional area. Heard you speak about it a little bit last night, but do you have memories of AFL teams or players coming when you were a kid? And obviously, you talked about how important this is, but it's great to get back and give to some of these kids who no doubt aspire to be someone like you one day.
Yeah, definitely. I remember I grew up in country Victoria, and when I reckon it was grade 1 or 2, in Inverloch, the Western Bulldogs came down, and I remember running around looking at Bob Murphy, following him around, getting him to sign my jumper, and now he's at the club, and I'm learning from him still. So those kind of things you don't forget. I know as a young fellow, I looked up to every AFL player, whether they were playing or whether they were a star or whether they were just on the list. Any person that was good enough to make the AFL, it's something that really motivated me and inspired me as a young kid, and that's our opportunity now to help motivate these young kids to understand it's possible. And if you're in the country, it doesn't matter. It's the pathway's still there, and we're really excited to give back to the community, because, as I said last night, we see the passion from all fans, but yeah, the young kids absolutely love it. You put a smile on their face, and hopefully help them see it is possible. And yeah, it's really exciting for us. Definitely puts a smile on our faces as well.
And do you mind just talking through what you'll be doing today with the students here?
Yeah, so we just sat in the assembly and handed out some honour awards, which is cool. And then yeah, they actually ran the whole show. The students it was pretty impressive. It was one of the better assemblies I've been a part of. It was there were plays going on, there was songs being sung. It was very impressive. But I think the boys are in there doing a Q&A now with a few of the older students, and then we'll come out and do a bit of a clinic afterwards, have a bit of a kick and run around, which would be cool. And then we'll head to another school later today, which would be great.